Today, on Be Something Wonderful, how to use your reactions to create your ideal reality. I am your host, Tom Karen, and this is the Be Something Wonderful studio of higher consciousness, where we help you level up and become the best version of yourself. Creators, welcome back. I heard from one of you that said, Tom, I was really doing pretty well this week until something happened yesterday and I just blew up and I got totally derailed. And now I'm wondering, if I get back on track, have I lost everything that I gained? I'm really worried and gun shy on other events happening and how I'll react. I was wondering if you could unpack this. Well, guys, we're going to unpack this today and more. Here's what I want to say, is that there's nothing ever lost in infinite. Right? All of those potential realities, all of those potentials are already happening, have already happened, and will happen. Hear this, all events, creation is finished, but creation is happening right now also. This is a big distinction. So it's not just about recreating events or remembering events that already happened. They're happening right now, and they have already happened, and they will happen because time doesn't exist. Linear time, it doesn't exist. Everything is happening right now. This gives you an amazing opportunity in every moment to create your reality, to reshape the whole fabric of your past, present, and future. Remember, we've talked about that time is not linear. Time is like a lake of infinity. And then as you drop new pebbles in that lake, it changes everything. It changes the past, it changes the present, it changes the future. Why? Because all those events are happening right now. There is no past. There is no future. It's just the now moment. So never really worry about any events happening. And in fact, you can use your reactions. When an event is happening, that's the time that you have a tremendous impact to change the whole fabric of your life, to shift your entire reality with your new reaction. And this is what I want to unpack today. Remember, reacting is not creating. It's really the opposite of creating. Okay, because what are you reacting to? You're reacting to your own creations. Not only that, when you are reacting, you're creating. So there's a paradox here. Reacting is not creating, but when you are reacting, you're reacting to something you've already created, and you're also creating as you're reacting. Hear this, right? You are either reacting to reality or creating it. Right? Reacting meaning unconsciously reacting to what's going on, responding to the events and circumstances in 3D as though that they're separate from you, as though that you don't have any control, right? Unconsciously creating what you don't want. You're always reacting to what you created in this case. Right? And not only that, as you react, you're creating. And remember, there is no time. It's all happening right now. But that's the good news as well. Because in these events, in these what you would label unwanted events, is the seed of your desire, is the seed of your wanted reality. Right? The other side of that event, everything you want. And you can change it in that moment by how you react. And if you don't react to something the way you wanted to, don't beat yourself up. You get to react to the reaction and change the fabric again. Isn't this wonderful? Isn't this good to know? That it's never too late, it's never too early, it's never too little, it's never too much. It's all right now. I really want you to hear this. You are never reacting to people, events, and circumstances out there. It's all within you. The key is your reaction to something in 3D reality always reveals the 3D reality you are creating. Hear this. But even if at a moment you react in sort of an unconscious reaction, note that you get to react again. You get to respond, right? This is what they talk about. Don't react, respond, right? But remember, you're creating when you do this. So your reaction to something in 3D reality always reveals the 3D reality you're creating. So welcome all events, whether you perceive them as negative or positive. Because when you do, this puts you in total conscious control of your reality. Wow, this is big. Let's unpack this a little bit more. Here's the good news. In the moment of your reaction, you can change what you are creating, manifesting, or perceiving in 3D reality. Imagine just bringing it to your awareness, because we're reacting all the time. We're responding to our reality all the time. But instead of thinking of yourself reacting to it or even responding to it, think of yourself as constantly creating it. Right? With everything you say, every email you send, everything you feel inside, right? Even if you respond internally, right? It doesn't have to be an external expression, right? It doesn't have to be that you said something. It can be something that you feel when you receive an email or when someone says something to you. In that moment, realize that you're creating reality, right? And you're also responding to a reality that you already created. So if you get angry, there was anger already there. And that event was created by you, right? To show you what you're feeling inside. This is big. This puts you in control. Again, like I said in the last video, you are a wizard of reality. You're a walking wizard, a master manifester, right? Even if they don't work out the way you want. Right? Embrace it all, right? Bring it all in. Integrate it all. Remember we talked about this, right? Integrate all events. Not just what you judge wanted or unwanted. Integrate them all. Integrate fear. Integrate doubt into the wholeness of who you are. Then you become indestructible. Hear this, invincible. Nothing can shake you, right? While the unwanted event or circumstance is happening and you are reacting, you can bring it to your awareness and shift time and space. You can bend reality at that moment, right? Remember, this is you in the lake of infinity, right? And so whatever your reactions are sent out, those are creating those events at that moment. Those are shifting reality. Right? And then even if you don't react the way you wanted to, you can send out a new vibration, a new reaction. You can create again, right? It's all there. Creation's finished. Everything has happened, is happening, or will happen, is already happening. But bigger than that, it's happening right now. In all these infinite number of realities, there's an infinite number of realities and an infinite number of yous, versions of yourself, living those realities out. With everything you desire, everything you don't desire, all possibilities exist. That's why you can have all these different feelings and these different reactions. Where do you think they're coming from? It's because you're living that in another reality. You're calling forth that reality, right? So you get to call forth another one. Don't get down about it. Revel in it, right? Wow, this is big. So it's never too late. It's never too soon. It's never too little or too much. Why? Because it's all happening right now. Regret makes no sense. Hear this, right? Having anxiety about the future makes no sense. It's all happening right now. You're in total control with your reactions, with your responses, with your feelings, with your thoughts, with your assumptions, with your beliefs. Right? With your emotions, with the identity the concept of yourself, the identity the version of yourself that you're occupying. What are you identifying with, right? You can rewrite and revise the past, present, and future all time with your reactions. Isn't this good to know? Right? So you should welcome an unwanted event, right? Play with it. Right? Imagine, oh, that was unwanted. Now I'm gonna react a different way and see what happens. Right? Reality is always moving. It's changeable. You get to change it. You get to play with it. Right? They determine. Remember, they determine which version of yourself you are occupying and which parallel reality you're shifting to or creating. That's what your reactions do. They get to decide. In that moment, you get to decide what version of yourself, what version of myself would react in that way, or what version of myself would feel abundance, right? That's how you start manipulating reality. What version of myself would feel totally free? What version of myself would be in love and living with my SP happily ever after? That's what you're going to do. When you change your reactions to events and conditions in 3D that are unwanted, everything changes. Hear this, everything changes. You change the whole fabric, the whole matrix of reality. Remember, you're a hologram. And when you change one small part, it contains the whole. Everything changes, right? There is no such thing as too little or too much or too big or too small or too good or too bad, right? It's all there for you. That is how to use your reactions to create your ideal reality. I am your host, Tom Karen, and this is the Be Something Wonderful studio of higher consciousness, where we help you level up and become the best version of yourself. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the notification button, like and share our videos. That's how we get our message out. Hit us up on Facebook at Be Something Wonderful. You can follow us there, or follow us on Instagram and Twitter at Tom Karen. You can visit our website at tomkaren.com or besomethingwonderful.com, or you can write me at info@besomethingwonderful.com. I always love to hear from you. Until next time, with great love, this is Tom. See you soon.